Hi everybody, how's it going? I'm Zero.
I'm DK.
And I'm Rizzo, and today on Anime Reaction, we watched the 5th episode of Zero Kara Hajimeru Mahou no Show. If you want to check out our reaction to the 5th episode of Zero Kara Hajimeru Mahou no Show, hit that link in the description below.
And be sure to give us feedback in the comments section because we love hearing from you.
And as always, if you like what you see, subscribe to Otaku Saga, and don't forget to like and share our videos.
And thanks for watching.
So, there'd be witches on the loose.
Yeah, right on the heels of last week's
Damn it,
episode.
Y2N.
We get what happened to Zero, which is exploring the ransacked city, ransacked town.
Yeah, basically they find corpses of regular people, they find corpses of rogue witches, they find corpses of
Ordinary villagers.
Hey, Minecrafted.
Minecrafted.
Yeah, we totally made that joke too.
Yeah, totally.
But yeah, they find corpses of the witches of Zero.
And all the various ways you can kill people using magic.
Yep.
Including Minecrafting.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's an awesome picture. Y2N.
And actually, it's he had a couple of them because there was one earlier with the Quidditch field. It's actually rather interesting that Zero is going around saying, you know, this is supposed to just disintegrate a boulder.
Well, this is what this magic does. You can see how it was used in this case.
Yeah.
Very matter of factly during the whole deal.
It's like that fire one where it only targets, it only burns the target and nothing else.
That's
Good
pretty
survival.
useful. Yeah, that's pretty useful.
Good survival tactic or good survival tool that's completely misused in this case. Same thing with the wind thing.
Yeah.
She said, you know, it's nice to be able to hit really high trees with it.
Yeah, you
Fruit
can
and whatnot.
Gather fruit.
Yeah, you
and
can
stuff
cut
like
off
that.
branches off trees, or limbs off people.
You know, either or.
Yeah, this magic disintegrates boulders, and then you can see as it was used there, they disintegrated part of the building and crushed a man with it.
I gotta say though, the Minecrafting, damn, what a way to go.
Yep. Yeah, probably the Minecrafting one was the worst. Basically encasing a guy in a stone and he suffocates to death.
Yeah, I'd much rather be like cut or crushed, you know, something instantaneous. Ouch.
Let's see, they threatened some looters.
Or rather, a mercenary does what he does and be a total badass.
That was really badass.
I don't know. I think what Zero did in that scene was even better, where she just shuts down the kid with.
She doesn't even have to revoke his incantation either.
Yeah, she just talks him out of it.
I'm surprised he could actually hear her over him screaming his incantation, though. So.
Let's see. Then they go down into the hideout of the Witches of Zero.
Dang nabbit! Now we got to get a house and we got to get a Saint Bernard.
Oh God, Saint Bernard.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Oh God.
But but yeah, they go down into the hideout of the Witches of Zero. And they find basically everybody dead except one old man, of course.
No, he's on his way out.
Yeah.
Who dies?
Naturally.
Obviously.
Well, yeah. But, you know, after, of course, telling Albus what happened. Then telling him, it's okay. If you're alive, you can pick up the pieces. You can be our new leader.
With great power comes great responsibility.
Right. And just...
Putting Albus in command, just let Zero take it.
Right, and also, you know, the cult that you're kind of dedicated to. Yeah, the what you're dedicated to. Right there in the room.
Well, I mean, They don't really know that.
They also probably don't believe her.
Well, yeah, Albus doesn't believe her. Nobody else really knows.
Fair enough, fair enough.
But it's revealed that the person who walked through disintegrating the Witches of Zero was 13. And when Albus speaks his name in the church, when they're going to leave, he sucks them into a portal.
Force summoning, they call it.
My, what a picture.
Yeah, and basically,
crossover.
Yeah, basically it summons them to where 13 is. But kind of in the meantime, it does a kind of like, I guess, illusion magic or something, and it causes the mercenary to have, I guess, a dream about something that had happened in his past.
Pretty
where
badass flashback.
Yeah, human. I assume other mercenaries basically used him and then tried to kill him for his head, basically. And he fucking murderized all of them.
The dried blood colored his fur black.
Badass.
Metal.
Metal as fuck, man.
But yeah, then Zero gets pissed off because 13 tries to attack the mercenary, or tries to harm the mercenary.
Bad move.
Do not mess with the lolly's big guy.
If you harm a hair on his head, I will... What is it? I will, like, bleed you out or something and sacrifice you to a demon?
Pretty
Damn.
much. Yeah.
I can almost see where 13 was coming from, though, with how he was.
13 definitely reminds me of someone.
How he told the sorcerers of Zero that you're not following the rules of Zero, or like you're soiling her name.
And he thinks since they're disrupting the order of things, he has to fight them to restore balance.
And that overcompensates, I suppose.
Oh my god, it's Star Wars all over again.
But
I mean, he even has the black
but yeah,
robes
so
going
then
on.
him and Zero face off, and the mercenary goes to stop them because they're going to bring down the entire place on their heads. And that's the end of the episode. Cliffhanger.
Yeah.
I wonder if they actually would bring the whole place down.
Good question.
Because I'd imagine that since it's it's 13's place of residence, he'd reinforce everything and make sure that even if he was using his most powerful spell, it wouldn't do shit to the walls. That's what I do.
Okay. Fair enough. A magic resistance on your place of residence so it doesn't collapse on you.
Plus, I have to imagine that Zero is probably using that fire magic that can only affect the target.
If that's the case, I can imagine 13 has an electric equivalent.
Perhaps.
Because it didn't really seem like anything outside of their bubble of battle was really getting touched.
Yeah, it's not like DBZ where, like, say, powering up causes, like, rocks and boulders to foot or disintegrate or whatever. It's just if whatever gets hit by the bolts of
I do
energy
have to
gets
point out
destroyed.
Albus's luck, or I should say the reflexes of his companions.
The mercenary, definitely.
Well, because early in the episode, he gets saved from an arrow by the dog, and then later in the episode, he gets saved by a piece of the fire by the mercenary.
Yeah, he
in the exact same way.
Yeah. That dog, though, holy shit. That was impressive.
Yeah, I have to imagine that there's some side story of the dog traveling to that one town. Kind of
Like
Homeward
Homeward
Bound.
Bound.
yeah, as I put it, a Homeward Bound style journey, or as you put it, a Beethoven style movie.
Well, yeah. Well, the Beethoven
Old
one is
references
after,
abound here.
is after he meets the children. So there you go. And also, Marak, we were actually thinking that the mercenary could throw his whole sword at him.
Yeah, just boomerang his sword at him.
His attentions are elsewhere. You know, big giant fucking sword out of nowhere, slice him in half. That'd be funny.
Slice off his legs.
Or I mean, even if you just hit him with it like on the flat side of it, you'll knock him the fuck out.
It's a hunk of iron.
He's a squishy wizard.
It's gonna shatter bones no matter how it hits him. Hit him with the edge is gonna slice him in half. How it should have ended, Otaku Saga edition.
Right.
A little squishy. Not yet. Wait till the mercenary gets.
I do have to say I'm a little disappointed because of the preview kind of spoiling the.
The preview pretty much nullified that cliffhanger. Yeah.
Where it just shows him sitting down at a table talking.
The fuck, yo.
Right, especially after this, duel to the death.
I never thought that it was really a duel to the death because they were talking about fighting 10 years before. So I imagine it's mostly just them testing their powers against one another. Not necessarily an actual duel to the death. But I wish that they had done something different for the preview because that really did spoil the cliffhanger.
Yeah. Anyhow.
Yep.
They talk at a table. 13 does the Gendo pose. And we continue.
Hakuna Matata.
Yeah, when the pig busted through, all I could thing was, "Are you aching for some bacon?" Yep. He's a big pig, but you could be a big pig too.
And on that bombshell.
Let us know what you thought of the anime, what you thought of our reaction in the comment section below.
Yep, thumbs up if you like it, thumbs down if you don't.
But that's going to do it for this episode of Anime Reaction. I am not getting a dragon doing the hula.
I'm Zero.
And I'm Rizzo.
See you next time.
And go ahead and click on my face to go to our most recent Otaku Saga Talks.
Click on my face to go to Otaku Saga Gaming, our gaming channel.
And click on the waifu to subscribe to Otaku Saga. And if you'd like to help support us, please go ahead and check out our Patreon page.